ladies. Welcome.
Hi.
And I actually have asked Kathy to be up here with me because I wanted to just show a depiction of something, and I'll explain it to you later. In the meantime, I want to explain kind of what you need to imagine is Kathy is downtown Seattle sitting on the sidewalk. I'm walking to work, walking by her. So you're going to see a couple different things that I do. All right, that's one. Good morning. Hi. All right, thanks, Kat. So I want you to think about what I'd like to talk with you about today is looking up and seeing. And I'll tell you a little bit about that in a moment. But what I wanted to share with you is a couple weeks ago, or a while ago actually, I was really looking up some scriptures, and in the book of John, it's all about love, right? And chapter 4, verse 1 through 42 is about the woman at the well. Well, let's see.
Probably space.
Pardon me? I'm doing the arrow.
Try the space bar.
Space bar. There we go. Thank you. So at the story of the woman at the well, when I really started looking at this, it really was one of those parables that stuck with me in regards to how Jesus saw the woman at the well and he looked up and he saw her. Yeah. And to me, it was an amazing thing because he showed love to her. And if you know anything about the Samaritan people, the Jews didn't like Samaritan people, let alone a Samaritan woman, who, by the way, had been divorced 5 times, who was now living with another man, so was seen as being a loose woman. And she was at the well by herself, and at that time of day, being at the well by yourself, there's a reason. Nobody wants to be around her. Right. But Jesus saw through that, and he saw her. And what did he do? He showed her love, right? Yeah. He showed her love in that moment where she was shocked, like, why is he speaking to me? Right? He looked past that. Next thing is he taught her about love and how she could love others. She didn't even love herself, let alone, it was obvious that she didn't love herself, so now she could see how she can love others. Right. And then Jesus also saw in that one person, he could see the harvest. The disciples walked by and saw him watching her. They didn't see that. Thought, why is he talking to her, right? But he saw the harvest, and what happened from that is she went back and brought many, many people to learn about Jesus, and they were saved as well. They knew about the love of Christ, which was amazing to me.
That's good.
So now you're probably wondering, why did I show you that little picture of me walking by? So a while ago, after I had read about the woman at the well, I thought to myself, what do I do every day? I was walking downtown, because I live downtown. I'm walking downtown, and I see people who are looking for how to get around, like with the maps and the pictures. I see people like this gentleman with a panhandler, homeless women, homeless people. And I got to the point to where I was looking down. Yeah. I was looking down. I wasn't seeing them because I didn't want to get caught up in it. Like I would want to give because my heart is give, 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 right? So I didn't. And I realized now, I said I need to do something different. I need to look up and see those people. Yeah, there are people who might just need a smile, right? So I did that, and so I could do that easily, right? But I also thought I need to do something more. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the real change, but I'll pass these around. These are newspapers that actually, in Seattle, a homeless person can buy one of those for 35 cents, and then they can sell it for $1. So they make the difference. So now every week a new one comes out. I look for somebody selling one of those, and I go up to them and I give them $5 or I give them $10 because I know they're trying to make a difference in their life.
Wow. That's good.
So I try to do something, but it doesn't cost anything to give a smile, right? Right. So that's what that parable did to me. So I want you to think for a moment about who's in your life right now. Who's in your life? It might be the woman down the street that you see walking around in your neighborhood that you haven't said anything to. It might be that gal who's at school when you drop your kids off. It might be your coworker or your boss. Think about that person. What can you do? I want you to write their name down. And when you're done, look at me, and I'll know that you've written their name down. looks like everybody has a person. So, how many of you know Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies. I know it's kind of old, but if you think about this woman and how she started out, nobody could see anything good in her, right? She didn't see good in herself.
Right.
So I wanted to show you a little clip that actually is just tells this story, because, you know, here she is, a woman who, like I said, doesn't think anything of herself. And she's been given this money to go change her look, right? She's walking down the street, people are looking at her, like, who is this woman, right? Who is this lady? And look at how she's dressed, and she's in Rodeo Drive. She doesn't belong here. And she didn't want to do it either. She was afraid to go do it, but she did it. She's walking around just being herself. She walks up to these stores that she's never think of going there, but she walks into one of the stores, and it's going to start up in a second. I'm going to let you watch this little clip here and see what happens.
May I help you? Well, I'm just checking things out.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No, well, yeah, something conservative.
Yes.
You got nice stuff.
Thank you.
How much is this?
I don't think this would fit you.
Well, I didn't ask if it would fit, I asked how much it was.
How much is this, Marie?
It's very expensive.
It's very expensive.
Look, I got money to spend in here.
I don't think we have anything for you. You're obviously in the wrong place. Please leave.
So how would you have felt? I would have walked out of there and been done. And she started to do that, but the person who believed in her, right, said, no, that's not what it's going to be like. They took her and schmoozed her. So if you remember this, she got to try on everything and feel like the queen of the day. And then when it came time to, well, I'll just explain it to you guys. It came time for her to be changed over. She's beautiful, beautiful woman. She felt like it. She acted like it. And her life was transformed,
Right.
which is pretty awesome.
Yep.
So I want to end with this. I want you to think about, what is that story? Think about this story of the woman at the well. What's the story of you going to be? What is going to be about you, right? Think about, how will you show love to a person? How will you teach love? And who will you share Christ's story with this week?
Very good.
So we're going to be together in 2 weeks, right?
Right.
I can't wait for you to come back, and we'll be in small groups next time for you to share the stories and the things that happened to you over these last couple weeks and who you touched. Maybe it's just a smile. Whatever it is, we want to hear about it in a couple weeks.
Very good.
All right? So I want to end with saying, look up and see. And I want you to say that with me.
Look up and see.
Thanks, you guys.
Awesome.
Great, Carla.
Thank you.
Yeah.